2025 is a good year. It's a phenomenal year for the Proof Silver Eagle, right? We have the W, we have the last S, great storyline. Then they come out with the special Privy program, the Army, laser for the first time, and now soon the Navy, and then followed that by the Marine Corps, celebrating 250 years of our men and women in service on the Silver Eagle. Well, with that said, we get asked often, do you have any of those Army Silver Eagles? Which is the first. And tonight, for a couple of minutes anyways, I got a few back in stock. Let's enjoy it. This is number 1. And, well, as always on AVC, a great value compared to that in the open market today. But it's not the first time ever done. The first ever Privy mark put on a Proof Silver Eagle was in the year 2020. And I'm bringing it up because it was for victory 75 years after World War II. 75th anniversary, right? And they put a big V75. We loved it. Sold out instantly. And today, can you find them for $400 or $500? Because the low mintage, yes. So the U.S. Mint this year, to celebrate the three branches of the armed service that were with us in our colonial period, the Army, the Navy, and with the Navy, then the Marine Corps, the Army on the ships, basically, right? USA 250 is next year, but we celebrated these individuals prior to us being who we are today. So they made it this beautiful program with the emblem of each of their respective branches of service. They only made 100,000 each. That's the catch. That's why they're special. That's why in less than a minute, this one sold out. Now, if you already have the Army, congratulations, big time congratulations. Navy's coming out in a matter of 10 days. And then we're going to revisit. The Army's going to go crazy again just because people are going to say, wow, I didn't know there was another one. Got to have this one. So there'll be 3 of the privies for the armed services, Army, Navy, Marines. All of them at the same mintage of 100,000. And that big privy, the Army seal, is right there above the motto, "In God We Trust." You might have seen one of our rival networks with these in the last couple of weeks. We've all loved to have more of them, but we just can't find them. But again, with only 100,000, you understand why. They were at $4.99. We saw $3.99 when it first came out, but that sold out quickly. Well, tonight we have a small group, only a couple dozen, and we're going to be out at $299.95, making it affordable for anybody that wants to jump in and get the first one. The first privy of 2025. That is this one. 100,000 coins. Yes, only 100,000 coins. That's why it's sold out before you could blink. October 10th is the release date for the Navy. Yes, as well. Talking to my IFB. I have a mic, obviously, so you can hear me, and then I have this contraption they put in my ear so I can hear them. And every once in a while, questions get asked. We do our best to relay it if I miss something, and I do that often, so we want to give as much information as possible. Below the motto, "In God We Trust," right there. That is not a W for the West Point mint mark, i.e. this is an error coin. There's a mint mark on the front and the back. That AW is Adolph Wyman, the designer of the original Walking Liberty half dollar, which this is the design intact. That was made from 1916 to 1947. And then brought back in 1986 as the Silver Eagle's design. And it's been the program ever since then. We changed the reverse, this design, in the year 2021. For the first 36 years, it was John Mercanti's design, that eagle landing, eagle with shield. I should say eagle with shield. Heraldic reverse, as they call it. Eagle landing is the new design for the last 5 years. So technically, that is yes. So if the 2020 was the first privy ever, V75, it was on the eagle, the heraldic eagle reverse. This one is the first one on the eagle landing reverse. So I guess you can say it. You just need to quantify exactly what you're saying. Bottom line is they're ridiculously rare. 100,000 only. The U.S. Mint knows what they're doing. They sold out. But the market's hot. Very hot. In anticipation of what? Navy coming out soon, and the Marine Corps shortly thereafter. $4.99. Yes, that's what we're seeing. So let's take a step back and just, again, review the fact that for a short period now, the U.S. Mint has been putting these beautiful Privy marks on our Silver Eagles. It started in 2020 with the V75, Victory 75 years later, the celebration of the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. Last year, 2024, we put it on an uncirculated coin. Remember the Star Privy? And then earlier this year, it was the Eagle Privy on the uncirculateds. And then they came back to the proof, but this time they went to our branches of service, our armed service. And the first one with this reverse design is the Army, followed by Navy, followed by Marine Corps as we go. All three of them are set at 100,000. All three of them will sell out instantly. And then the question is, where do I find it? And we're always going to be scrambling. Pretty simple and pretty clean. Guys, give me a 30-second clock, please. Again, they were all being made to celebrate the 250th anniversary, the Army's birthday, the Navy's birthday, the Marine Corps' birthday, right? Going back to the colonial period and the three branches that were active during the colonial war of aggression against the British. Ha ha ha. Right there was the Privy, the W Mint mark, with the call OGP as original government packaging. Bottom line, though, is this. We're at $299.95 tonight. If you don't have one, you got to join us.